All right, y'all. Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi recently said something in response to a tweet that caught my attention. And if you don't know what tweet I'm talking about, it's this tweet right here. So this was a tweet. It's a video of Kid Cudi in uh you could see it. You could see it. He's got this floral dress on. He's got just it's probably one of the all-time most zestiest outfits I could probably ever try to explain in my life. So I'm not even going to try to explain it, but you can see it on the screen. And this tweet was from this Twitter account called Isaac's Army. And Isaac's Army said, Kid Cudi is participating in a humiliation ritual. Is the fame and fortune worth it? And I thought that was interesting, but like, it's nothing new. We've seen people put on dresses. We've seen celebrities put on dresses and do the whole, song and dance. What I thought was interesting was that Kid Cudi actually responded to the tweet and he mentioned God. And I thought that was very, very interesting. Let me read the response. This was on January 2nd. So this was just I don't even know what the date is. The 4th. So this was just 2 days ago that Cudi responded. And he had this to say. He said, "Dear Isaac, you silly," so Isaac is the person who made the tweet, the initial tweet, this tweet right here. He said, "Dear Isaac, you silly, stupid little person, and all people under this post. It's the start of the new year, and I got time for MFers like you today. This post is mad effing lame of you and sad. A black man can express himself and be confident and successful without it being some conspiracy. My success was given to me by God with the help of my many angels." All you people in the comments that have been tweeting me all day about this, y'all can gargle on my you know what. I'm not going to say that. This moment was a proud moment for me, a shining moment for all people who express themselves in their art. I felt free and alive. It inspired people, and nothing you stupid, simple ASSESs say can take that away from me. Happy New Year. I used to get really upset when I would see people doing things that are clearly ungodly and then giving the credit to God for those ungodly things that they are doing in their life. And when they're doing those ungodly things and they obtain success, then they have the audacity to thank God for that success. You know what I'm talking about. You've all seen it. So I used to get upset because he said my success was given to me by God with the help of my many angels. But you know what I realized? God means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. For me, I can only speak for myself. When I hear God, I think Jesus Christ. When I hear God, I think Jesus Christ. When I hear Jesus Christ, I think God. Because he is the true God. All these other gods are just little g, gods of this world. So when he says my success was given to me by God with the help of my many angels, I understand that we're not talking about the same God. Because, and this is not to be rude or, to slander anybody, but when you truly have God in your life, it doesn't look like this. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. And I don't care what type of art you are expressing. I don't care what type of divine femininity. I can't even say that word. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't care what type of feminine energy you're trying to tap into to help you create art and this, that, and the third. This is not of God. This is not of Jesus Christ. And even further than that, just the sheer pain in this man's eyes To me, it just indicates that there's something deeper going on in his spirit that needs to be addressed. Because when you're out here putting on these dresses, when you're out here showing all these, young men and young women who follow you, who support you, these types of images, something is off. I don't care how you slice it, something is off. This is not the design that God intended when he made you. It's not. And I guess he did this because of Kurt Cobain. He was giving a tribute to Kurt Cobain, because Kurt Cobain, he wore like a similar type of dress, I think. Let me see if I can try to pull up the picture. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But Kurt Cobain, he wore this like floral dress. This one right here. They always want to, get the cookies on my computer. All right, y'all can have it. Jeez. So Kurt Cobain wore this dress. And this is why Kid Cudi put the dress on, right? And it's like everyone has a different explanation of like, oh, it's just because it's art and we just want to express ourselves. And Kurt Cobain says that in this article, he says that he likes to wear dresses because it makes him feel comfortable. He said it makes him feel comfortable. And there's nothing more comfortable than that cozy flower pattern. It just feels comfortable and sexy and free wearing a dress. It's fun. It's fun to take something that is so sacred, that God had intended to be so sacred, which is our masculinity. We are men. We ain't supposed to be putting on dresses. We ain't supposed to be, playing house with Barbies. I'm sorry. Is that controversial? You ain't supposed to be letting your kids play house with Barbies. They're if you're raising boys who are eventually going to become men, let's raise strong men. Let's raise strong, aware, emotionally intelligent men. Not this weak version of men that society and the world wants to push today. This is why we have so much confusion. This is why we have so much confusion, because we have all these celebrities and all these people who have these platforms who are just choosing to use these platforms to rot the minds of the younger generations, to make this seem like the norm. I was reading in this article, it said that, Gen Z, they like that these celebrities are wearing dresses. They like that all these actors and all these type of people are all, putting on skirts and putting on dresses, because it shows that, everything is fluid and you don't have to be just one thing. I forgot Vin Diesel put that on. Jared Leto, that don't really surprise me. Gerard Butler, that kind of surprises me. Them shoes is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not in a good way. Like, you look like Peter Pan. I don't get it. Billy Porter, I don't even know who that is for real, but it looks a little sweet to begin with. So Kanye, I don't know what's going on with Kanye. He went from making, Christian music, quote unquote, depending on who you ask. He went from making music where he wasn't like cursing in his raps and he was trying to keep it all about God. And now his new album is just completely just like trap rap music. Like, I don't even know what happened to dude. And he's posting pictures of his wife, like with no clothes on. It's like, it's really weird stuff that's going on with Kanye. I don't know. Right? Jaden Smith, I mean, that doesn't really surprise me. I don't know who this dude is. Mark Jacobs, you get the point. You get the point. I don't need to keep showing y'all. You get the point. And I think it was interesting. I don't know if y'all seen that Cat Williams interview. I didn't watch the whole interview because it was getting too crazy. But Cat Williams was talking about how there was countless times, at least like 2 or 3 occasions, if not more, where the studios or other comedians or just other producers were trying to get him to wear a dress. And he denied it every single time. I don't know what this constant push, well, I do know what it is. It's a spirit. We have these spirits who are constantly trying to push these men of influence, particularly black men of influence, into wearing a dress. Like I said, the reason it initially caught my attention was because he said that he gives all his success to God. And that's fine. You can go ahead and give your success to God. Because like I said, we're not talking about the same God. I'm talking about Jesus Christ. You might be talking about the universe, Buddha. You might be talking about some crystals, some Ouija board. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I pray that you find the true living God. I do. Because this just doesn't look like the spirit of a man who has found everlasting peace. It just doesn't. And not to say that you're always going to be happy, but when you truly have Jesus in your life, you are going to be content. You're going to be able to find a true level of contentment that allows you to not have to feel like you have to compete in this world, especially this world of Hollywood. Because I feel like another reason why they be doing all this outlandish stuff is simply because of attention. You just want more and more people to know your name. So you do crazier and crazier things to compromise yourself so that more and more people can know who you are. That's the spirit of itself. That's the spirit of pride. You're not doing things in order to bring more glory to God, but you're doing things in order to bring more glory to yourself. So people can look at you and say, wow, this guy is so artistic. He's so creative. It's cutting edge. But what are you compromising in exchange? Your happiness, your spirit, your soul. What are you compromising in exchange? Look, I say this all the time. Everybody has free will. You can do that sounded crazy. You could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. You can be with whoever you want. You can dress however you want. But let's just understand that everything that we are doing in the physical is as a result of what is happening spiritually. And if there is something spiritually off within us, we're going to see those fruits manifest in the physical. And my prayer is that everyone comes to know Jesus Christ. That's my prayer. Because there's so much brokenness in this world that you can't get through it on your own. You need help. You need divine help. But most of us are so prideful that we don't want to take that help. Or we see the sacrifice that's required when we follow Jesus, and we don't want to sign up for that sacrifice. We'd rather keep living in sin. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me know what y'all think. Get in my comments, like this video. I'm out, y'all.